Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. And the Seattle Seahawks versus Drew Brees and the Washington Football Team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Washington Football Team and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the Young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led out by the first pick of the 2nd round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Looking sideline, incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Working from the gun, it's Brees. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brees. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
Danny Trevathan. Brees.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake. Yeah,
he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I like what they did there. Dialed up the pressure. He felt it all around him, and they were able to get to him before he could deliver the ball cleanly.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. Back deep, Julian Edelman. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Open man is Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas. And that's good.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses. crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Duke Riley gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
3. Washington, nothing.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Jarvis Landry, the ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
There on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3. Washington, nothing.
2nd down and 8. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. A 5-yard pickup on the breeze.
He's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Now Edwards-Helaire. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Breeze. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
Breeze.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
That is on the 6-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
3rd and 2.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
And that's good for us.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 22-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin up. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Complete
From a yard out. And Washington has taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Well, that drives plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26.
We get a glance at the Washington defense as they head back out there. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Roethlisberger. Slant route caught by Edelman. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. David Onyemata able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the 4th and final game here on this wildcard weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. And it was the New York Giants who are moving on as they eliminate the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the 3rd quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Play action. Breeze. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
The goal for any on the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Edwards-Helaire. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Breeze going to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Breeze now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal. On the Seahawks' 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Washington.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the point after try for Santos. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Cairo Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Hunt. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd
from the gun. It's Roethlisberger.
20-yard line.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. From midfield, here's Breeze. He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings
shotgun now for Breeze. Smith catches left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Devon Hamilton. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through.
3.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close. So
out now comes the offense back onto the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 12, 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And Edelman finally works his way open. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
12-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. It's touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Drive that time of 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Matt Prater is set.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call.
Receiving team.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Now Breeze. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Come on, you serious?
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That, too, is running back, Edwards-Helaire. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, 5 remaining. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20.
So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down by 7. 1:50 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Slide 80. Get in the right room. Watch 36.
Here's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
For a Seattle
back to throw. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tim Williams in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And they'll indeed take a knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Today's final.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win this. You often talk about a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.